So in this video, we're going to talk about operations with functions. So if we take a look at Roman numeral 1, we are given that f of x is equal to x minus 1. So what I'm going to do is kind of highlight that function in pink and then the g of x function in purple so that we can kind of color code things to make it a little easier. So what this means over here, the function operations to your right, basically there's four operations. There's adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And it can look like this set over here, and really this is just what it means, right? So we're going to take the f of x function and add it to the g of x function, subtract them, multiplying and dividing them, making sure always to account for the restrictions when you're dividing. So on number 1, let's take a look. We are supposed to add the f plus g of x. So really what that's saying is we're going to take the f function, right? That's like saying take the f function and we're going to add the g function. It should be purple. And so the f function is x minus 1 plus the g function is x squared minus 1. And when you add those and combine like terms, you're going to get x squared plus x minus 2. Now, let's take a look at something specific that is important when it comes to subtracting. When you're in the subtracting portion, please put brackets around the item that you're supposed to subtract. So that way you don't forget to distribute the negative. So in this case, we are supposed to look at this as the g of x minus the f of x function. But again, because it's subtraction, I would love for you to put brackets around that so that you could see things being distributed. So the g of x function is x squared minus 1 minus, and then the f of x function is x minus 1. But again, we're going to put brackets. You could put parentheses. But whatever is making it easier for you to see the fact that you are distributing. So you have x squared minus 1 minus x plus 1 after I distribute. And then we just need to simplify, combine like terms, and it looks like we just have x squared minus x as our result. So on 3, we are just supposed to take that to multiply. So you're taking the f of x function, and then you're going to multiply that by the g function. So x minus 1 times x squared minus 1. I trust that you guys could multiply that out and combine like terms, and you are going to get x cubed minus x squared minus x plus 1 when you are all done multiplying. And then finally we have our division. So our division says that we are going to take the g of x function and divide it by the f of x function. But paying careful attention to any restrictions, right? So our restrictions on the f function is going to be where x cannot equal 1. And then the next thing you want to be able to do when you work this out, you always want to check to see if you can factor. And factoring the top gives you x plus 1, x minus 1, all over x minus 1, and you can see that those cancel. So the actual quotient is going to be x plus 1. You can do a comma or semicolon, provided that x cannot equal 1. And that's that result. And so we're going to take a look at the try it. Pause the video and go ahead and complete that. All right, so here I want to take my f of x. Notice that I changed the function. I made this a plus, and the g of x is going to be x squared minus 1. So if we were to multiply f of x times g of x, we are going to get x plus 1 times x squared minus 1. And when you calculate that, multiplying things out, you're going to get x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1. Now let's take a look at the subtracting element. So this is going to be f of x minus g of x, but again it's subtracting. I would love for you to put those brackets in. And then now we just have the x plus 1 minus x squared minus 1, put brackets or parentheses. And when you simplify that and distribute your negative and combine like terms, you're going to get negative x squared plus x plus 2.